Hello everyone, my name's Duncan White. I'm here at Dubai for Intersec 2025 and I'm delighted to be joined by Andrew Cooper. Andrew, hello my friend.
Lovely to meet you, Duncan.
So we're going to learn a little bit more about the innovative way that Andrew and his company, or a group of company, are really taking fire safety to the next level and putting common sense back into life safety. Tell us a little bit more, Andrew.
Well, it's my first time here in Dubai, and I found it fascinating, and it's great to see some real innovation, which perhaps we've not seen back in the UK. Really enjoyed the actual time. Obviously, the weather's good, which is a bit of a bonus, given what we've got back home at the moment. We've come out here with no expectations, really. The aim was to learn, and just to learn a little bit more about the market. Also, I suppose, build a network of contacts. And I must say the actual UK contingent of that have been outstanding. They've really supported us over the last 3 or 4 days. So big thank you for them for welcoming us to this sort of new environment. One of the drivers to why we came over was actually a conversation that I had with a Saudi architect. And the Saudi architect was interested in our concept on Fire Scrutineer. Fire Scrutineer came out of one of the Hackett working groups where Global used the Reba stages, and for the Reba stages we put together an eco team of talent, and that talent consisted of fire engineers, facade engineers, smoke control people and passive people. So we mirrored the Reba stages and developed this fire scrutineering project where we completed design review at Reba stage 2 and Reba 4. We did a spatial review in relation to the manufacturer's details, but the key thing really was bringing together the contractors that were going to do the building. You know, the design was good, you know, it always is probably, but how do we get that connection between the people that are actually going to do the building and actually the guys who designed it? So instead of the different services that make up a building being in a silo, we pulled all those individuals together. So the smoke control people, the AFD guys, the passive fire people, the sprinkler systems, early engagement at Reba stage 3 and 4. So that became Fire Scrutineer. During the construction phase, we created whole points to review standards and verification on installations. But I must emphasise where it's worked really well is where we've got actually client buy-in is crucial, and then an open mind from contractors. It's been, I think, if I was to be positive about what's happened in the UK, several tier ones have really engaged with us in this process, and we've had some significant success. So overall, we're here to promote that. The other key area of development for Global has been Global Academy. So over the last 3 or 4 years, we've worked with Birmingham University and Ofqual to develop 9 qualifications. So we took a step back, rewrote the qualification standard in relation to passive fire protection, fire doors and fire dampers. Then off the back of that, we created a framework for delivery of what we believe to be competent training. Got approval from Ofqual, went through that process, which has taken us about 3 years to be honest. And then over the last sort of 6 months, we've launched 4 other qualifications, and then we've got another 6 or 7 coming live over the next period through spring through to summer. So that's sort of where we are at the moment.
Not been sitting on your laurels, have you?
No.
And I think that regular readers of IFSJ will have read features that I've written in relation to the role of facilities managers and where that sits within this whole journey. And at the moment, Andrew used the word silo. Yeah, silo, but not even a silo with a telephone. They're just talking to themselves. They're not talking to anybody else. Putting in that process that allows the design right the way through to the handing over of the keys at the end of the build. But the keys should have already been in the pocket of the facilities manager who was involved at the architect stage. So we've got this whole process going on. First time I've met Andrew this week, and I've really been sold on the idea. It just does everything that you would think it would do on the common sense process. It's a little bit in a similar way that we were talking a couple of days ago about the NFPA ecosystem and the way that you're just following that path. And networking, Intersec is great for networking. It's here, and we were just discussing the whole fire family, and that we're now all within this thing, and we all help each other out. So it's great that Andrew's experienced that for the first time, and will know now that there's plenty of other people in the industry that are there to talk to as peers and to get ideas and advice. What's the aspirations for the next 6 to 12 months, Andrew?
Obviously, the market in the UK is quite tough at the moment.
Yep.
Building safety regulator applications have caused significant delays with projects. So, I mean, we've been quite lucky that we've used that period to expand our client base. We've probably added another 40 or 50 clients to our portfolio. But you cannot underestimate the Gateway 2 application process on remediation projects, and what a sort of negative impact that's having in relation to delay. Arguably it's for the right reasons, just I think we've got the process wrong at the moment. So we would like to see that level of, I suppose, feedback from the regulator improve over the next sort of 12 months. We've obviously got a backlog of projects that we need to get live on. For us, it's about 14 projects, which should have been completed in the summer.
Yeah.
And one's at 40 weeks now on Gateway 2. So we're trying to get those projects live. The team that I've got working on it, we're obviously learning all the time and developing those skill sets. But fundamentally, those buildings are, got significant defects in them, and we need to be on there tackling them. That's a bit of a concern really for us. Further expansion in the UK, we've just opened a new facility in Croydon, which is it's a mix of an office and an industrial unit, and also will become a training centre for London. And then we've also opened another unit in the north of England, in Darlington, and that's to service our university clients that we've got up there, and also housing association clients. So we see opportunities still for significant expansion, but I think on the global technical services side, our consultancy division, we would like to work a little bit more internationally, pass on those lessons learned, keep my fire engineers and my facade engineers engaged, because they're a feisty bunch, and you've got to keep them engaged and give them plenty of things that get the juices flowing in relation to fire engineering. So we see some opportunity with that as well.
Andrew mentioned fire engineers, a rarity at the moment. There's the globe is, and the world is crying out for fire engineers. How many have you got, Andrew?
We've got 9, but I think they're a little bit like crows. You get one together and they like to cluster together. So we've created this eco team of talent where 2 or 3 of those guys are at master's level, and so they're mentoring and coaching and bringing those guys on and so we've got 2 or 3 at the moment that are at UCLan doing a fire engineering degree and making that transition from level 5 to level 6 to level 7. So, we appreciate, and I think I appreciate personally, I was mentored when I was a younger guy back in the 80s when we had a proper apprenticeships, and you had in my case, I had a pit dad, and they brought me on. So we're looking to try and do the same with our teams, and we're always on the lookout for young guys and young ladies that want to get into the profession and want to grow with us as a business.
And it's all about succession planning. And I remember a quote that if you train your people well enough that they can leave, and treat them well enough that they don't want to leave. And I think that is the whole thing about succession planning and using the development. And Andrew mentioned UCLan, first-rate university in relation to they've produced some of our eminent fire engineers in the UK over the years. I'm keen that there's so much more to Global, and what we need to do is we need to make you aware of the website. So go on, look at the website, www.globalhsegroup.com, where you can find a lot of details about what we've been talking about, a lot more information, and more importantly, Andrew's contact details. Breaking news from this video is that on May 8th, the International Fire and Safety Journal Leaders in Fire and Safety event in association with Dubai Civil Defence, the Institution of Fire Engineers. We've got a new partner now, Andrew. Welcome on board, my friend. We're delighted to have you. And where we've talked about today in relation to the way that the whole fire safety engineering remit's going, you can be sure that we're going to be talking about that during the conference as well, and have the ability to meet Andrew in person with his team and also hear some more of the things that are going on. I'm Duncan White. I'm the group editor of the International Fire and Safety Journal, and I've been talking to Andrew Cooper from Global Group.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
For your time.